Well, hello. So, good news, bad news. I haven't made a video in a while. There's a reason for that. The reason is I haven't anything to make a video about. My life is fairly boring. It's not trucking at this point. I went out on the road for a week after New Year's. I left on like the 3rd. Came back on the 7th, I think. Today's 19th. And what I did, I made a delivery came back on the 6th. And I made a delivery to a McLean's here in town. And while I was at the McLean's, apparently my log, I was off duty. I was getting ready to check out. And I moved up to the thing. And I remarked off duty. But apparently at some point, the truck went off on duty driving for 11 freaking seconds. So, which was a violation of the law in the logs. I didn't catch it. It went on duty for 11 seconds driving, and then went off duty on its own. And I got back in the truck, remarked off duty personal conveyance to go to my yard so that I could go home because I'd been up pretty much all night. And got home and went to bed because I'd been up all night. So I got up the next day, went off, put stuff in the office, turned in paperwork and everything. Came back home, laid back down, was off for the weekend because what are you going to get on the weekend, as far as freight's concerned. So I was off for the weekend, and then ended up, Monday decided I was going to come back out on the road. So Monday morning I get up, and I get a phone call from the guy that owns the company, and he's like, what's this 11-second violation on Friday? Well, I hadn't seen it, so I didn't know what it was. So I said, I don't know. I'll have to take a look, figure out what it is. So I go back through my logs, find the 11 seconds. I'm like, it's 11 seconds worth of violation. He goes, well, until that falls off, I can't let you book anything. Okay. So I said, I don't think that's the right thing to do, but all right. And he goes, well, I don't want you to get caught at a weigh station and getting that, getting written up for that. So, it's got to fall off. Like, okay. So he decided to ground me, and I called the app customer support, try to figure out what I could do to get rid of it. Can't get rid of it. There's nothing I can do, so I gotta wait 7 days. That was on the 10th. It's 19th. You're like, well, why aren't you on the road? And I'm like, well, did you notice the nebulizer? Let me get to that. So, went to, decided to go back to work for a company I used to work for, and try to make some money on the side, because I'm tired of sitting. I'm tired of sitting and not doing anything. I'm tired of sitting and not being successful. I said a lot last year, and I don't intend on sitting this year at all, ever, for whatever reason. I just don't want to do it. So decided to go back to work. So I went back to work for 3 days. Took Tuesday off to do some stuff, take pictures of cars, sell cars, try to sell cars. Sold my white van, I think last Tuesday or Wednesday. I think I went out to the yard on Monday and took pictures, put them up on Monday night. And I gave the Lincoln to Mom, so I don't have the Lincoln anymore. She got a Christmas present. If you watch my TikTok videos, you'll see I gave the Lincoln to Mom. And that's on Big Mike Trucking 2, not Big Mike Trucking. I have to start a second TikTok because I couldn't access the first one except on the iPad. So it's accessible on the iPad, but that's it. And I'm trying to get TikTok to get me back in, but they're not responding right now. So I gotta wait and see what's gonna happen as far as that's concerned. But anyway, so we may switch over to this one. I'll just repost some of the videos that I made over there on here. But anyway, so did that. Tuesday evening I sold the white van. The purple van went Sunday evening. I went back to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Work Saturday. I went to the train show. Sunday, I was at the train show. About halfway through the day, I started having a cough. So I started popping the stuff, Altoids, for like every 5 minutes. And every 5 or 10 minutes, I was popping another one. Trying to keep myself from coughing uncontrollably. So, didn't really think anything of it. I've had some issues. I've got an inhaler, I've got asthma. I just kind of chalked it up to asthma and went on about my day. Well, Monday. So Sunday night, I went, sold the purple van. It says 2 cars down. Put the Mercedes up for sale. But my uncle's insisted on trying to put a starter in it. So I am going to let him do that. See if we can't get it running. Maybe it'll go for more. We'll see. It also needs flex discs. If he gets it running, I'll probably keep it. Just because it's a good little commuter car, back and forth. So, and the Caprice is good for that. But, Saturday night the Caprice broke down on me. I showed off in it a couple of months ago. I was on rocks and went reverse and kicked a rock up into the fuel filter. And when I did, that created an issue with it kicked the fuel filter out of place. So I pressed it back in thinking it was okay, but over time it's kind of managed to vibrate itself out, and that's why it broke down. So it was 25 degrees outside, it was cold as fuck, 50-mile-an-hour winds, it was just sucking the heat out of me. And I was shivering just talking to the tow truck driver who came to pick the car up. I made a decision just to tow it back to the yard. It was like a mile from the yard. So tow it back to the yard, get it to the yard and everything, and park it, so I'm going to work on it Monday. So Monday I get up, after I sold the purple van the night before, Monday I get up, I go to the yard, I go and get the fuel filter, a new fuel filter for it, new clips. I go to the yard, snap it in place, get it all put together. It took a minute to get it put together. Got it put together and everything. Car runs again. Perfect, fine, whatever. Come back home. And Monday night, I started running temperature. So, I was running about 90, almost 100 degree temperature. And decided I was supposed to go to work yesterday. Oh, by the way, the truck's in the shop. That's the other part of the problem. So last Monday on the 10th, when I was going to go back out on the road, I went to go move the truck around the yard, and when I started it, it popped up with like 11 codes. And then Tuesday, when I went to go move it, it popped up with 16 codes. So we scanned everything. My uncle came down, we scanned everything, decided I had to go to the shop. Whatever it was in the ECM. And okay. So it went off to the shop. Sure enough, it's in the ECM. ECM needs to be reprogrammed. I gotta find a place to do that that's cheaper than the dealership, so that's what we're gonna do. Then it's got an oil leak that the mechanic found, the oil leak. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that. And he's supposed to be working on that, which I need to call him today and try to figure that out. What time is it? 3:34? I should really call him now, rather than later. But, so then, alright, so fast forward back to yesterday I was supposed to go to work. But Monday night I started feeling bad and started having a temperature. So I emailed, I texted my boss. I said, hey, I'm going to go to the doctor tomorrow and try to get tested. I got a really nasty cough. I'm having trouble breathing. I'm running temperature now. I don't think I should come in. So, okay. So he said, don't worry about it. Just try to get better. Like, okay. So, go to, fast forward to yesterday. Can hardly breathe. Tight chest. I lay down for a nap and got back up. My chest just was like there was a pain in my sternum and everything, and I couldn't get past it. So I came in here, sat down, took a breathing treatment with a nebulizer, and that made the chest feel better. So it was just tight because I couldn't breathe. So, but the cough was I was just hacking, just hacking. So I was like, this isn't right. This can't be. So I ended up texting my boss to say, hey, I'm going to the hospital because I'm going to get checked out. So I go to the hospital, get checked out. They swab me. Comes back, I'm positive for COVID. So I have COVID. So they gave me some prednisone. They gave me a prescription for stuff for the nebulizer because I didn't have my own stuff. I was using my nephew's stuff from downstairs, which is stuff I've been prescribed in the past when I'm having trouble breathing. So I know it's okay. But so I got my own nebulizer. I got my own medication coming. I've got an inhaler. They're prescribing me some prednisone. It's supposed to be getting better. So, but that's kind of how things have been going since the last time you saw a video. It's been a shit show. And I would love to say that I'm responsible for all of it and just take the blame myself, but I can't. Not this time. The truck breaking down is just, it is what it is. The being grounded, I think, was just ridiculous, but that's what I'm going to say. And then, you know, the getting COVID-19, for the love of God. Like, the number of things that keep happening is just phenomenal to me at this point. So, that's where I'm at. That's what's going on right now. I know you guys are probably wondering what is, what isn't, but that's what it is. So, anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Just kind of an update on the fact that I have COVID. So, and I'm gonna see here, we're doing a Ghostbusters marathon on the computer while I'm trying to put together a model of a train model. So I'm gonna, crap, I broke it. So anyway, so I'm gonna do this, and then tomorrow, and then I'm trying to do a video about this, so you guys get to see it, you know, and everything. But we'll see how this goes. Because I'm not very good at this. I've never done this before. So we're trying. That's the important part, is to try. But if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go back to my nebulizer, so I feel a little bit better. Anyway, that's it. You guys know the drill. Keep shining, set up. See you on the road.